What is up, everybody? This is Craig from 9 Games, and today I'm going to do a video for Frogger. That's right, the Atari 2600 version. I put up a thing on Twitter with a few random games, and I said, hey, what would you guys like to see? And someone, Emilio Red, replied with, I would like to see Frogger. Which is good. You picked a choice fucking game, because guess what? It's attached to horrible childhood memories. And I figured, what a better opportunity, because I'm going to put up the Kickstarter for the documentary, than to give you what is going to be talked about in the beginning of the documentary. So I'll just give you a light synopsis, because I don't want to fucking put everything out there at first. But yes, Frogger for the 2600, the Parker Brothers 1981 cartridge version, is the first game that I ever owned. So obviously that's why it's going to be the beginning of the documentary. By the way, yes, I am going to do the documentary. It is going up on Kickstarter, and I just recently actually found someone to do music for me. Well, I commissioned them to do music. And by the by, this person does 8-bit music, so if you want anything for your channel, for those of you people who actually edit your shit, you weirdos, and also just pixel art. So if any of you guys, I know some of you have said that you're indie devs or you're aspiring indie devs. If you need a pixel artist, I will put the information below. That's Amber Cole. So anyways, back to this. Yes, there's your plug. Frogger. Now, I am not, this is one of my earliest memories before I was adopted. It's the first game I remember being mine, Frogger. I unwrapped this shit way before Christmas. I remember because I'm not sure if it's the house we were living at the time or the apartment we were living at, or it's somewhere we were squatting, because my real mom, hope she watches this, because it might strike fear in her heart that I remember this type of shit. She had wicked drug problems. Wicked drug problems. She was pregnant with me when she was 15, and back in the 80s, drugs is pretty normal. So can I really blame her for doing drugs? Yes. But no, I mean, that's just the way that shit was back then. So guess what? Well, my mom was fucking passed out in a room, probably right after tying off. I was often left alone on my own devices with no adult supervision. This particular time was around Christmas. There was a Christmas tree in the living room, presents under it, and I was old enough to associate the handwriting of the name Craig to me. So I just decided, why not? Let's open some fucking presents. And I remember this distinctly because there was 3 gifts that I opened. The first one was Ninja Turtle Shrinky Dinks. For those of you who don't know what those are, it was like a long plastic thing that you put in the oven, and they become these smaller, hard plastic things. It was the 80s. Super popular. The next thing I opened was a Fisher-Price style card deck. Here, let me put this in. Fisher-Price style card deck of, Go Fish cards. And the third thing I opened was the Frogger cartridge. Not in a box. Probably stolen from somebody or bought from somebody who stole it from somebody else. But regardless, it was mine. It had my name on it. It made me so fucking happy when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, before I was adopted, a lot of times all I really felt were 2 feelings. Hungry and alone. And I just had my mom, and I was often bouncing around to other people's houses because my dad, what's that word? My dad was a cunt. He's not even on my birth certificate, so he wasn't around when I was a kid, so it was just my mom taking care of me, kind of. I am adopted, so clearly it's kind of. But anyways, Frogger, I unwrapped it. It was mine. This is where it all began. Everything that you've seen on this channel, all my collection, everything, it all began with this one game. Because I got this game, and it wasn't like feel-good material object, because I told you I'd opened 2 presents prior. It was putting it in because there was an Atari 2600 where we were staying, and I played it, and all those shitty feelings I had when I was a kid was fucking gone. And it all is attributed to this little ditty right here. I should have been like the garbage Indian with a tear coming down. That is like perfect descriptor of my childhood. I started playing this game, I remember this, and all them feelings just wash away. And the way that, I know the way that I'm saying it kind of sounds like suppression or escapism, and that's exactly what the documentary is going to be about. It's going to be about having this shit happen to me when I was a kid, and how video games helped me get through it. This shirt is fitting weird. Yes, yes. This is going to keep making me die, but anyways, this is the first game not only that I could say was mine, and it made me happy about having that I had this and it was mine. I could control it. It was, when I played it, I escape to another world. And I mean, this is like, it's not even the greatest of all the classic games. I mean, it was way back in the day, but it doesn't have the staying power as things like Pac-Man and shit. So, you know, it's just because it was my first game. And I played the game, and I didn't have to worry about, where's my mom? I didn't have to worry about, I'm fucking hungry, where's my food? I just was like, oh my god, this is this. I get to control this. I'm in a new world. I'm helping this frog. I'm a hero. Blah, blah, blah. All these great things, and it all started with this. This is not the first game I played, but this is the first game I clearly remember playing. And then after that, as you're going to see in the documentary, all these other games, they just gave me new feelings, and pretty much I learned... Not gonna say I learned from video games. I've usually learned like a classic Nintendo game. You do that, you get hit. You do this, you get hit. You do this, you get punished. You do this, you get hit. So, you know, I learned like my feelings, and I learned a lot about myself as a child playing games, because I was, you know, oftentimes left alone, not necessarily with other kids. I had my sister, but she was substantially younger than me, so she was a baby. So I didn't really have anybody else, you know, to share things with when I got excited with. So I would just get excited for myself, and I lived a lot in my head, and that ended up, you know, going out into adulthood where I would just use video games to figure things out. Hold on. I know. Like I said, it sounds like suppression, it sounds like escapism, it sounds like you're not truly dealing with your problems. Like I said, later on in life, I started to figure shit out, and then I did it, but it started with this, and I feel like it's better than any fucking form of therapy out there. And I'm not a serial killer. I pay my taxes, I have a career, and I take care of my children. That's another thing why I can tell you the story of things that were horrible to me that surrounded this, because there are much other things I'm not going to say in this video that I'll say in the documentary. It's just going to keep going. Okay. There are other things I won't say in this documentary, but I can tell you these things, and I can share this with you and have a smile on my face, because, like I said, this was the first game I got, and it was born out of something horrible, but it became something awesome. Is the fact that I have a 3-year-old son that I took to GameStop, and he picked out his first game, and it was DuckTales Remaster. And if he ever grows up to do YouTube videos, he's not going to have a shitty story to tell you. He's going to say, my dad took me to GameStop and treated me like the fucking Dalai Lama and put a bunch of kids' games out in front of me, and I picked this one. So it automatically makes me feel better that I can remember this horrible shit, and I can correct it in my own children. What did that have to do with the history of Frogger? Not very much. I know that Frogger sold 5 million copies. Frogger was a financial success. It is made by Konami. This particular version was made by Parker Brothers, but Sega had the rights to make Frogger in North America during this time. There's your Frogger tips. So, I'm not going to play Frogger for you. I've done it in previous videos before where I've actually hinted at the story that I just told you. So, thank you for watching. Pick another 2600 game, or pick an NES game. Maybe I'll do a video for that. I'm pretty sure I got a story attached to it from one of those two consoles. Thank you guys for watching.